I mean, I hear the word, rather the terminology, real hip hop thrown around. I think for a lot of people, it's come to symbolize, you know, an organic sound, not something that's contrived in its fashion. And by contrived, for people who don't understand what that means, when executives or individuals come and sit down with an artist, sometimes the A&R or the producer will give them advice and say, hey, listen, we need a quote-unquote track for the bitches, or we need something for the streets, or, you know, no mention of what this actually does to people, no mention of what negative reinforcements and stereotypes, because black people and Latino people can be used as racist stereotypes for their own people. In other words, you don't need a white face to be on TV to be racist and insulting towards you. They can hire a black or Latino person that's more than willing to sell their soul and dance around like a pickaninny or a coon just to make an example of how much quote-unquote money they're getting. But I remind people that all money is not good money. You know what I mean? You wouldn't prostitute your mother for $100 and then go throwing it around the club. All money is not good money. Right. For me, I think that real hip hop just means what's in your heart.
So, go back now to the 70s. Malcolm X is assassinated. Dr. King is assassinated. John F. Kennedy's assassinated. Medgar Evers assassinated. And Black Panther Party members assassinated. And then all the other little ones that didn't get the name recognition assassinated. I grew up in that. Hip hop grew up in that.
Culture is what defines us as a species. Without culture, we are just machines. Deceitful people throughout the ages have used this understanding of people against the people by hijacking the religion and culture and using it as a method of control. Hip-hop is an example of a culture that got hijacked by a control system. Hip-hop, which was once a culture of people expressing their struggle under the oppressions of society, is now a culture of people who boast about their selfish gains, encourage the cancerous mentality that enables human beings to passively allow the atrocities committed by the control system set in place.
If somebody really does have a life story about going from absolutely nothing to everything, that's fine. We've heard that with Biggie, we've heard that with Jay, we've heard that with every commercial artist, and we've heard that with every independent artist. Right. But if every single one of your songs is about, I'm getting this or I'm getting that, or there's nothing organic about it, if it's not a real feeling, if it's not your real story, if you're sitting there, you know, embellishing is one thing, you know, but portraying a complete fraud when everybody knows how you really are, then that's something different.
Because now everyone regards hip hop as mainstream and MTV, and that's little boy stuff. Even the executives that work at MTV are little boys and little girls, all of them. Because there's no way a man is gonna program what's being put on MTV. No way. You cannot say you are a man and then program MTV to be what that bullshit is.
Young people are targeted with music and images that reinforce how they view the world. The subconscious brain has so much to do with how we think and behave the way we do. It intakes copious amounts of information that our conscious mind does not. Filmmakers and sound engineers know this and implement it into their creation, whether that be music or videos. What you consistently expose your mind to feeds your thoughts. Mainstream entertainment focuses on the face value aspects of reality, which reinforce the face value mentality of people. Children are being exposed to all this without any prior knowledge about their surroundings and the nature of reality. They are exposed to this culture which emphasizes the primeval aspects of humanity.
You know what? I have sex and I like fucking. I don't give a
hell yeah, girlfriend. I love sex, girl. It's like the best thing. It is. There's nothing better. It's the best thing. That's it. No. Yeah. Not sex. Foreplay. Hardcore pound fucking.
There's two types of people in the world. Black men and black boys. Black boys is who you see on mainstream television. I want the girl, the big house, I'm driving the car. That's little boy stuff. And any man will let you know, any man knows that. Any adult knows that. Now I'm not saying that when you're on TV, you can't aspire for the good things in life, no doubt. But a man, a real man, he gets on the TV and first, he looks for his kids. Let me make sure my kids ate today. Are they clean today? Did they learn something today? Are they protected today? Before I can even talk to you, is my kids good? It's a man. Is my woman good? Is she empowered? Does she feel like she can breathe? Is she expressing herself? Does she feel loved? What's my woman doing?
This society and its culture not only worships the ego, they overemphasize the egoic aspects of reality. The ego is the idea of the self. It is the identity, or rather the belief of the identity. The function of the ego is to preserve the self, which distracts us from our evolution as a species. This worshipping of the ego is evident within the lyrics of the songs that the youth chant to. The entire entertainment industry plays a vital role in shaping modern culture. This is why so much money has been invested into it. I always thought it was strange that actors, athletes, and musicians get paid astronomical amounts of money, while firefighters, teachers, and paramedics get less than a fraction of the percentage in comparison. These industries play a large role in mass distraction. What's frustrating about the current situation is the fact that our society, who is directly responsible for the exploitation of countries around the world, who is directly responsible for the corruption and terrorism instilled around the world, our society is consisted of people who are ignorant and who are prideful of their ignorance and refuse to take the mantle of responsibility that is being a human being on this planet at this time in history.
The problem that I have with people that are, pseudo-intellectual to the point where they make discussion difficult to take seriously is that they've not done the research around the topic to the point where when they find something that doesn't fit their personal narrative, they just don't want to deal with it and they want to take it out of it, They want to forget that.
Avidya, which meant A means none, vidya, knowing. Non-knowing or ignorance, or better, ignorance. Ignorance, in other words, leaving something out of account.